You see this dirt? That's typically where the pit stalls would be. But tonight, the Irwindale Speedway has been converted into a rallycross course for the 10th and final round of the longest season ever of the NASA RallyCross Challenge. Welcome to the Irwindale RallyCross Grand Prix, the 10th and final round of the 2013 season. So hello everyone, it's Josh Mertz up here in the commentary box, bringing you the call for the Automotive Sports Network, as this broadcast is brought to you by Java Shot Designs. If you need any painting done for any of your racing interests, you can contact Adam Sweet at his page at facebook.com/JavaShotDesigns. So let's take a look at this track, the Irwindale Speedway. It's a half-mile track, the oval, and the grid is on the back stretch. As you see there on that, the start will go around turn 3 and 4 of the oval. You will start the lap, and the regular course winds around turns 1 and 2 and ducks into the infield. And then the Joker, you take the pit lane, you go up a tabletop, down the other side, and around a bank corner, and the merge is very interesting. As the format for today's race, 11-car field, but only 10 will be running. Tristan Hagenstein's ignition still is having issues from last night at St. Eustache, so we'll have 2 heats. Because it's the finale, Dylan Levigood, race official, decides to change it up. 6-lap heats for deciding who will automatically make it to the final. The last chance qualifier will be 4 laps. You have to take the Joker once. And the final will be 6 drivers for 12 laps, and you have to take the Joker 3 times. This are the points scenarios. As Mertz has a 4-point lead over Dylan Levigood in car number 1. Cody Erdman, a long shot, but he is still mathematically eligible. The only other mathematical driver technically was Brandon Lambert. He is 21 points back, but there are less than 17 drivers, so he is eliminated. The manufacturers, 1 point decides Mitsubishi and Subaru. The Works Constructors Championship, MRT 273 or Revolution 245. Semi-Works Privateers don't matter, and the Nations Cup separated by 1 point as well. As here we are, the 2013 season stats, and ignore that starts column because our graphics guy didn't change it. All 3 of them have 9 starts. Mertz has 2 wins, Levigood has 2 wins, Erdman has 1 win. 5 podiums for each of them. Mertz 8 heat wins, Levigood 4, Erdman 2, and the average finish 3.5, 3.5, 3.7. Technically, you could say Mertz and Levigood have 3.6 because when we put it in the calculator, it gave them 3.5 repeating, and then it ended with a random 6. But anyway, that's what we have, and we had a special graphic saying this is where Levigood had to finish and this is where Mertz had to finish, but basically stating with a 4-point lead, Levigood has to finish, if he finishes on the podium, he has to finish 2 spots ahead of Mertz because the win is 20, second place is 17, third place is 15. So if Levigood wins and Mertz finishes third, it's Levigood's championship. And if Levigood's not on the podium, he better hope Mertz blows up on the grid and does not make the final, because that's pretty much all he can do to win the championship. So with that, let's get this started. As here is the grid for heat number 1. Cody Erdman on the pole. Keith Sherman, Dylan Levigood, and Chris Wetz will be on the grid for heat number 1. As you're going to notice here from our pit lane cameras, the big banked corner, that's the Joker here at Irwindale, and we will see an interesting race, I should say. So that's your grid. It's Erdman, Sherman, Levigood, and Wetz for the 10th and final first heat of the 2013 season is getting ready to go. As a big announcement is that possibly, they're looking into it, Semi-Works and Works Constructors Championships are going to be combined for a single Constructors Championship due to MRT Jr. taking it away after 6 races. But we're revving them up for heat number 1, getting lined up. It's Erdman, Sherman, Levigood, and Wetz, the 4 cars in this heat. Technically, it was supposed to be Tristan Hagenstein, but he won't be in this heat. So here we go, getting ready and revving them up for heat number 1, and it's lights out and away we go. And off the line, Erdman gets the jump into corner number 3, which would be 3 on the oval, but Levigood powers by on the outside, and he starts the first lap as your leader. Here in heat number 1 as Erdman dives it in the corner, trying to take the fight to him. Wetz on the outside, they nearly make contact. Jumping down into the Rallycross course. It's Living Good, Erdman, Wetz, and Sherman over the tabletop jump and around the dirt corner for the first time to end the first lap. 5 to go here at Irwindale, and they can take the Joker now as Living Good takes his in car number 1. So does Sherman. As I forgot to mention, that is a rule for this race. You cannot take it on the start. You have to deal with the regular course for your first lap as Sherman and Living Good are done with their Jokers. As we're going to see the merge here. And let's try this camera. Erdman and Wetz. As Erdman goes to the Joker and leads at the end of lap 2. As he's sideways, Erdman sliding. And that will hurt him. As Wetz leads here on lap number 3. As they dive into the infield and around the corner. Halfway, crossed flags, 3 to go on lap 4. Wetz will take to the Joker and leads at the end of lap 3 to start 4. And now Living Good has to hold off Erdman, and Living Good needs this bonus point to help him in the championship. So we're going to see here as they dive into the regular course. Living Good has issues. Erdman flies past him, but Living Good has the acceleration as we're coming to 2 laps to go. Wetz still leads. A beautiful Joker by Wetz has allowed him to keep the lead. The Joker is typically 2 seconds slower. We're looking at a lap time. It's about 1.5 seconds, and he kept the lead with 2 laps to go. And we're going to see if Living Good can dive it in on his teammate. Revolution Racing is known. Erdman hits the wall, and Sherman gets by him as they're coming to the white flag. Revolution Racing is known not to use team orders, but Living Good saying, I really want the bonus point, but it's up to Wetz to pull over or not. So we'll see what happens between the 2 teammates as they're rounding NASCAR turn 2 and down into the infield as Wetz is sideways. He hits the wall. Will there be a team orders affair between the teammates? It doesn't look like it. Wetz is sideways as he wins heat number 1. Living Good transfers as Erdman throws it into reverse. And it looks like, hearing on the radio, Sherman and Erdman made contact, and he wasn't going to take the spot. He wasn't going to take the spot that way, Sherman said. So that was heat number 1. As we're getting ready for heat number 2, we're going to have 5 cars in this heat. And who knows what will happen as the drivers are leaving the pit lane here. So here we go, getting ready for heat number 2 here in Irwindale. Another 6-lap affair. And this will be interesting. There's a little bit of a satellite issue there. So 5 cars are going to be in this heat. As we're getting them lined up here. As on pole will be Doug Denice, Dylan Smith, Nick Cars, Brandon Lambert, and then the back row, your points leader, Josh Mertz in car number 81. So he slots behind his teammate in car number 83, who is he's in his final race for MRT Junior, as that team has secured the SemiWorks title well in advance. As finishing up, lining up here, revving them up. Little issue with Lambert's launch control in car number 5, but it's lights out, and away we go off the line. Smith gets the run. Lambert has to back off because he jumped the start, and Mertz is in second, so we're going to see crossover by the 81, and will the points leader get into the lead? Denice is sideways. He hit Lambert, and he's off the road in car number 5. Let's see, no contact between the teammates. Smith is not giving up as he hits the wall, runs it wide, and Mertz will slip into the lead as everyone is taken to the regular course here. And at the end of the first lap, it's Josh Mertz leading, followed by Dylan Smith, followed by Lambert, Cars, and Lambert will take to the Joker as Doug Denice is in the 5th spot. As Mertz breaking away from his teammate in car number 83. As Lambert over the tabletop corner, as that's the unique feature of this course. As we're going to end lap number 2, and Mertz will lead as it looks like he's taking it to the Joker. Will his teammate follow? No. fastest lap so far, 22.9 by Mertz. That's incorrect because Dylan Smith ran a 22.811. So Mertz takes it to the Joker. Looks like he nearly hits the wall as Dylan Smith sideways. Lambert flies past him, but Smith had the acceleration. And at the end of lap number 3, contact between the future teammates. And Mertz leads on lap number 4 here at Irwindale. And Lambert now in second spot. So we're coming to 2 laps to go. Here at Irwindale, it is Mertz, Lambert. Cars is sneaking in, but he hasn't taken his Joker yet. And Smith is in third. Cars trying to take the fight to him, but he takes it to the Joker. And Denice is in 5th. As I believe we have 2 to go. This time, I got messed up on my lap count, but we shall see. As Mertz comes around to cross the line. And I believe begin the final lap here at Irwindale to try and get 9 heat wins in a single season. The only one he missed was last night at St. Eustache, but he did win that race. So, and rounding the final corner, this is what he needed. He needed the bonus point to stay alive in the championship. And Mertz wins in heat number 2, followed by Lambert. Smith in 3rd, Cars 4th, and Denice will be in the 5th position. The LCQ. It's a 4-lap race. And this is going to be interesting because we have a title protagonist in this race. So here we go. Your grid for the LCQ. Doug Denice is on pole. Dylan Smith, Cody Erdman, Keith Sherman. And the 5th car will be Nick Cars in car number 35. And it looks like he's having a massive transponder issue with the Mangled Lemons Ford. So both Mangled Lemons cars are in this LCQ. And we have a MRT car and an MRT Junior car. So this will be interesting. It's a 4-lap race. You have to take the Joker once. And it's sudden death, top 2 advance, to get through to the final of the season. As Denice, Smith, Erdman, Sherman, Cars. Race control getting them lined up here. Finishing up. As here we go, revving them up for the 4-lap LCQ, and it's lights out, and away we go. And off the line, Denice, terrible start. Smith and Erdman side by side, around the corner to begin lap 1, and it's Dylan Smith who gets the whole shot. As Erdman will try the undercut in car number 82. Sherman on the outside, Smith nearly taken out, you could say, by his teammate, and Sherman gets bumped by Erdman in car number 82. So this will bottle up the field, and I'm hearing on race control, 82 to pit lane. End of lap 1, Smith leads. Sherman is 2nd. 3rd is Erdman, and I just heard now 82 bypass. So that will be interesting. Cars to the Joker. So Smith with a clear lead. Sherman 2nd. Erdman 3rd. Denice 4th. Cars 5th. And at the end of lap number 2, Dylan Smith for MRT Jr. will lead. Sherman is in 2nd. Erdman has to battle back after that penalty mishap, which was pretty confusing because Sherman got bumped as he goes to the Joker along with Dylan Smith. So we're going to try and find Erdman here. As crossed flags are waving, we're going to begin lap number 4. And the final lap, I should say, of the LCQ. I thought this was a heat race for some reason, so white flag for Dylan Smith. As Sherman nearly got caught by Erdman. Erdman has to take to his Joker. So this might ruin his shot of getting into the final. We're going to see. As Dylan Smith over the jump, he's got a clear lead. As he rounds the final corner, he will transfer in car number 83. It's all about the transfer spot. Who's going to get it? Will Erdman get there? No! Sherman transfers. Erdman, 3rd, and he is angry. 4th is Cars, and 5th is Denice in car number 10. As that was a nail-biting LCQ. Erdman has to deal with 7th place, the first time he has missed a final this season. 8th place, Nick Cars. 9th place, Doug Denice. And 10th place is Tristan Hagenstein in car number 27. I believe our graphics said 11 cars. If it did, I apologize. There was only 10 this race. So we're getting ready for the 12-lap final. And if you think I would get messed up on my laps, easy for me to say, you'd probably fire me if you were my boss, because I'm going to get messed up a lot in this race. So here we go. The 12-lap final. To send the 2013C season off in style, it would be the first season they've completed since 2012C. As 2013A, we only got 3 races. 2013B, we got 6 races. And finally, you get the 10th and final race here at Irwindale. So on pole is Chris Wetz in car number 2. Alongside him, Josh Mertz in car number 81. Car number 1, Dylan Livingood. And on the outside pole, 2012A champion Brandon Lambert. Behind his teammate is Dylan Smith, and behind Lambert is Keith Sherman. So all of the works cars are in this race, except for Erdman. All of the cars in this race, I should say, are works cars, except for Dylan Smith. As we're getting lined up. And it looks like we are waiting. Erdman apparently is sitting on the pit box. And he has to march up to race control and take Dylan Livingood's place. So getting ready for the final. Glad you could join us all season long on the Automotive Sports Network. 2014A will be fantastic for the NASA RallyCross Challenge, and it'll start at Croft at the beginning of March. But that is a month away, and now we end the 2013 C season, so they're revving them up, and it's lights out, and away we go. And off the line, let's see who gets the whole shot. 4 wide, Wetz, Mertz, Livingood, and Lambert as he gets tagged. And beginning lap number 1, it's Wetz, Mertz, Smith, Livingood, Sherman, and Lambert is in 6th. So, into NASCAR 1 and 2, Chris Wetz is your leader, getting the whole shot in car number 2. Then it's followed by Mertz, Dylan Smith, and Dylan Livingood battling for the second consecutive week, nearly making contact. And rounding the first corner, 11 laps to go, and Chris Wetz leads as Smith is sideways in car number 83. To the Joker for the first time goes Wetz in car number 2, along with Sherman and along with Smith. They have 2 remaining Jokers in this race. On the regular course, it'll put Mertz through to the lead as Livingood pushing hard to keep the 81 in his view. As around the merge, we'll see Wetz holds it at the end of lap number 2, surprising for the American driver. And Livingood to the Joker, I believe, no, I was mistaken. Sherman will take his second Joker, Smith will take his second Joker, and Lambert, I believe, his second Joker as well. So, lap number 3 already, and these 3 are not going to play nice with each other. As Wetz leads at the end of lap 3, he takes the Joker, so does Mertz. Livingood will run to the off-road, or the regular course, so lap number 4, 1/3 of the race being run, and currently, it's Wetz leading and Mertz in second. Livingood will cycle through to the lead, depending if Wetz can get through. He's been fantastic in this final corner on the merge, ending lap number 4. Wetz retains the lead, and Livingood sneaks into the second spot. Mertz will go to the Joker again. So his third and final Joker will go. Chris Wetz in car number 2. We're on lap number 5 of 12 here at Irwindale. And it's all about the championship protagonist as Livingood hits the wall. Crossed flags are being shown. We are beginning lap number 6, and it's Wetz leading. Be careful on the merge between the 1 and the 81. And for the third and final time, Mertz will take to the Joker in car number 81. And this will allow Livingood and Wetz to battle it out here on lap number 6. As battle between Smith and Sherman, and Wetz having all sorts of issues in car number 2. And ending lap number 6, Wetz leads, Livingood to the Joker, and Mertz will begin his regular lap segment here. As the 2 cars we have to pay attention to in your shot, Rockstar yellow car, blue Red Bull car. Those are the important cars. Lap number 7 here at Irwindale. It's been a fast-paced race. This is the main reason why they have 12 laps. As beginning lap number 8, 4 laps to go at Irwindale. As Livingood takes to the Joker again, running lap times. His best laps are 22.1. Mertz is a 22.4. Wetz 22.329. As Wetz is into the wall, Living Good having an issue in the Joker, and Dylan Smith is right behind his teammate on the road. As I messed up with my count, it's lap number 9, but now there's 4 laps to go. I never really passed subtraction, so apologize there. Lap number 9 here at Irwindale. The last third of the race, and everyone has taken their Jokers. It's now Wetz, Mertz, Living Good, Smith, your top 4, Sherman, and Lambert are the remaining cars. And Living Good is going to have a target on that 81. Where the tribute row is, he's going to have a target there. He wants to find it. Beginning lap number 10, Wetz leads. Is Living Good pushing hard. Your triple defending World Drivers Champion was leading the points all season long, except for Bent Twig, or after Riverside they were tied, and he hasn't had the points lead since Bent Twig. 2 laps to go for Chris Wetz in car number 2. If he can win this race, he will be the all-time, well, not the all-time, well, this season the all-time wins leader as Living Good takes the Joker. But not in a season. Mertz got 4 wins in 2012B. As the white flag beginning here at Irwindale for Chris Wetz. Living Good is in 3rd. He's going to have a cracking battle with Smith, but he has to pass the 81 in order to get the championship, and then Mertz would have to get passed by his teammate. As into the regular course for the final time, Wetz is pulling away. Will this be the championship? Living Good gets him close as Wetz wins, but Mertz will win the 2013 C Championship as Living Good and Smith are battling to the line, and Living Good will be 3rd in the final race for car number 1 and Revolution Racing. 4th place, Smith. 5th place, Sherman. 6th place, Brandon Lambert, after being taken out on the start. As your race winner and your champion are burning the house down here in Irwindale as the United States Anthem plays for your race winner, Chris Wetz, in car number 2. He wins. Mertz is 2nd, Living Good 3rd, 4th Smith, 5th Sherman, 6th Lambert, 7th Erdman, 8th Cars, 9th Denice, 10th Hagenstein. Your final points, Mertz 160, Living Good 153, Erdman 141. So it ended how it started here at Irwindale. And the Revolution teammates are allowed to burn it down because Wetz won the race, but Living Good disappointed that he can't get a 4th consecutive championship. The Manufacturers Championship, Mitsubishi wins it 173 to 170. They have 5 wins in one season, but that does not break the record that MRT set and Subaru set in 2012B. Subaru 170, Volkswagen 133, and Ford 125. The Works Constructors Championship, Mertz, MRT I should say, Red Bull Subaru MRT, 301 points over Revolution Racing's 280, Volkswagen 150, and Mangled Lemons Racing has 135. The Semi-Works Championship does not matter. It's been wrapped up since Negus, but Subaru MRT Jr. 143 to Delicia Race Teams 34. And the Privateer Cup, Great Lakes Motorsports 114, Solstice Racing 81, Denice Racing 46, ATN Autosport 20, Smith Racing Stables 18, and the rest of the drivers only ran 1 race, so I don't think it really matters. The Nations Cup, United States wins over 3 points over Germany, 172 to 169, Canada 153, the Netherlands 114, I'm checking, 153, just wanted to make sure our guys added it up right. The Netherlands 114, Brazil 22, and Norway has 18 points. As that, I believe, is all we have had time for the 2013 C season. Join us at the beginning of March for the 7th British Rallycross Grand Prix at the always popular Croft circuit, as hopefully we will have a season just as exciting as the 2013 C season. So from all of us here at ASN, we thank you for joining us in what an incredible season of racing this has been for the NASA RallyCross Challenge, and we hope you'll join us next season, like I said, from Croft, an equally exciting 10 races. But until then, we'll see you next month. But so long, everyone.